Good morning, Floss Tube. Happy Flossmas Day 9. We had some snow overnight, so we have a little bit of shoveling to do this morning. Look at all that crisp, untrodden snow. It is beautiful. See the snow blowing? It is a gorgeous morning. Cold, but gorgeous. And I've got stitchy goodness to show you today. Yay! Hello Floss Tube and welcome to Flossmas Day 9. I can't believe it's the 9th of December already. It's incredible. I still have so many things to do, but I'm trying to stay calm and not stress about them. I'm hoping to get some more baking done today. I hope you enjoyed my baking yesterday and didn't find it too monotonous. Today I'm planning on making 3 different things, and as you can tell, it's a beautiful day outside. I've already been out and shoveled. My husband's shoveling the driveway, bless his heart, but I did the front deck and the back deck and shoveled off the vehicles so I can run to the store. I ran out of brown sugar, which is an essential part of my Christmas baking, so I need to just run up to the shop and get some more brown sugar, and then I can start on my baking. But before that, because he's not quite done, the plow has left a considerable amount of snow at the bottom of the driveway, and he's asked me to wait a few minutes before I try and plow through with the van. I thought I'd stop in and you'd actually see my smiling face, because I don't think I've even spoken to you face to face in 2 or 3 days. Sorry about that. I've been doing a lot of my videos in the evening, and I'm in my pajamas, and it's just, there's no reason why I can't tape, I suppose, but I've just found it easier to do it the way I've been doing. But today I thought, okay, enough is enough. It's time to say hello in person. So I wanted to show you what I was working on yesterday. So it was a Halloween pattern from Donna Cruz, Season in Cross Stitch. This is the book cover and the back cover. And I think I mentioned before, I can't flip through it because there's charts on almost every page. So even when I show you this picture, I have to be careful not to show you the chart that's on the other page. So I'm doing, hopefully this focuses, I'm doing this cat with the pumpkin, cute little pattern right here. And when I spoke to you last night, I didn't even have my fabric cut. Well, I did cut my fabric, and I made a few stitches, not many. And it's kind of hard. The best I can tell you is that I've made part of the pumpkin. So I've just started on the pumpkin, and I managed to get one length of thread and a little bit more in last night. But it's a start, even if it's not a strong start. It's a start. So I'm pleased with that. I still managed to start. That's another floss tube start for, Flossmas start. So that's fine. It's not the greatest of starts, but it was a start, and I did get some other things done yesterday. So that's fine. So this particular, today, one thing that I wanted to mention was this free printable that I made for Caroline at Off the Grid Needle Arts. And this is, it's just now, this printable is normally, you can print it off in color, but my inkjet is running out of ink. So I just printed in black and white. Normally it's pretty pinks and reds. So it's an Off the Grid Needle Arts Flossmas 2018 Planning Guide. This is free for myself or Caroline. If you just email me, I'll put the link at the bottom. I had tried to, I'll put my email address at the bottom. I tried to put a link on one of my blog posts, and I cannot get the link to work. I've contacted tech support with my website provider, and they say it's working, but it's not working. So the easiest way to get it is to email myself or Caroline, and I've got no problem sending it out. It's a free, I made it specifically for Flossmas 2018. And what I'm doing, so I have written down the date, what day I started, the project name and the page number, and where the source, so you know what book the pattern came from. Then I've got my supplies listed, so I've put down, because I'm swapping out supplies in terms of fabric and floss in some instances. So I'm writing down the fabric that I'm using, the DMC floss that I've used up until this point, and I had swapped out, you may not be able to read that, but I had swapped out some DMC for some other DMC because Michaels, I think I mentioned before, Michaels sometimes has empty bins in the cross-stitch section, and they did when I went to find some of the colors that I needed, so I substituted for the colors that were called for. And I need to go back and get myself organized for this week because I haven't kept track of the week, so I need to do that. And then I'm using a clear plastic, and I'll show you tomorrow, a clear plastic bin per week to keep my projects in, so that I'll have 4 of them. So then if I ever do, or when I do Flossmas again, and if I ever do Stitch Mania, I'll be all set up in terms of how to keep my projects organized to use in the future. So that's my plan. So again, this is a free printable that's available, and I'd love to send it to you if you would find it helpful. I'm finding it really helpful. I know Caroline is as well. So I think it's a good resource, and it's free. Everybody likes something free. I want to show you what I'm going to be working on today, and this is really exciting because this is something that I've been wanting to work on for a while. It's everybody, I think, probably in the floss tube world knows this book. It's Home for the Holidays by Blackbird Designs. And yes, on the back, "'Tis the Season" is going to be one of my Flossmas starts, but it's not the start that I'm going to talk about today. Today I'm going to talk about this box. This pattern is called the Meadow. It's a small pattern. It's only 60 by 60. It calls for doing a 30 count sheep's straw by R&R Reproductions, but I'm going to use 28 count Monaco, so it's going to be slightly larger than the pattern calls for High Angel. But hopefully you can see that lovely box that it's in. So what I've done, I couldn't find a paper mache box locally, so that's the trunk there. And it's a small chest, so it's not that big. I couldn't find anything locally, so I ordered a couple of these chests through Walmart, and they're fairly large though. So this is, you can see the size. So I'm going to make sure that I cut my, and it's just plain inside. So I'm really going to enjoy finishing this piece. I'm going to make sure that I cut my fabric big enough so that it can fit in the larger size. And I have 2 of them, so what I'm hoping to do is stitch 2. I'm not going to start 2 for Flossmas, but I want to stitch 1 for myself and 1 for a present, which is kind of exciting. I'm looking forward to painting up the box and such. I used to do a lot of decorative painting, so I think I'll be able to, the instructions are fairly simple, so I should be able to handle that no problem. And you can see for the project itself, let me go back to that page that shows you the project. As I mentioned, it's 30 count sheep's straw by R&R Reproductions. I'm using 28 count Monaco in white, and I need to dye some more 28 count Monaco for some kits that I'm doing today for Fabric Merchant, which is a shop downtown that carries my patterns. And what I'm going to do is do a couple of pieces for this pattern as well, except I'm using Priscilla and Chelsea's tea and coffee dye tutorial. If you look on FlossTube, you can, on YouTube, you can find that no problem. So they're the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. And I do this tea and coffee dyeing all the time, but I always put their tutorial on to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. And the difference with the fabric that I'm doing for this particular project is, instead of leaving it in to soak for 30 minutes or on a simmer for 30 minutes and then baking it, I'm basically going to take my pieces, pre-cut pieces, I'm going to cut them a little bit larger than I want in case the fabric shrinks, and I'm just going to dip them in the coffee and tea dye water and take them out. So it's going to be a very, it's just going to dye it very, very lightly, and that's what I want, because as you can see, it's not a very dark fabric, and I want you to be able to see the colors really strongly. So that's my plan for that, and that's something that I need to do today. So later today, I will show you how I made out with that and what the fabric looks like. So I'm excited about getting that done. I can't believe it is already Sunday, so we've been at Flossmas now for a little over a week. Yesterday would have been a week. It has been really fun. I can't say I'm really enjoying doing the videos, and I'm really hoping that you're enjoying watching them. I can't say it's not challenging to make sure I get something that I find interesting during the day to share with you. I am really enjoying doing the starts. I'm finding that each one that I start, with the exception of the Halloween one yesterday, I have to admit I wasn't as into starting that one. I kind of had to push myself to get that one done. But the other ones that I've started, I could easily sit down and try and finish right away. So that's really exciting. I know that when I restart them, I will get them finished. So that's nice. And as a reminder, I have a giveaway. I haven't got very many people that have signed up for it yet. Let me just get the... So this is a giveaway that's going to be drawn tomorrow, Monday. So make sure you put a comment either in any of my FlossTube videos from Saturday or today for winning this draw. It is a Lizzie Kate Quicket, which is a cute little stocking pattern, And the button that is called for is also included in this little kit. So if you are interested in, and there aren't very many people who have signed up for this prize, so you have a really good chance of winning. If you're interested, just tell me something like, I would like to stitch the stocking, taking a page out of Michelle Bendy's book in terms of how to, so don't get a giveaway just how to stitch the stocking. It's a really cute little pattern. It doesn't call for very, very many colors, and I'd love to be able to send this out to somebody this week. And then because tomorrow is Monday, I'll be doing another draw. I think it's kind of fun to be giving back to the community and doing some draws over Flossmas to help celebrate Flossmas and to help as a small thank you for your support. I have to say thank you for all the new subscribers and the plethora of comments that I've been receiving. This is a wonderful, warm, and welcoming community, and I'm really enjoying being part of it. So thank you very much for being so welcoming and interactive with me, because it's nice to know, it's nice to feel like I'm actually talking to you and not just talking to myself in my living room. As you can probably see, the tree is moved, so we're getting ready to bring in a new tree. We have to cut it first, but we're getting ready to bring in a real tree. I will, once the other tree is decorated, I will show some video about that. That may not happen today. I need to get my husband's always puts the lights on the trees, so I need to get him to do that for me before myself and the boys can start decorating. That's it for me for now. I need to run to the shop now and pick up some brown sugar and a couple other things for baking, and I'll touch base with you again later on today. Bye. A cozy fire and all the kids' snow pants and coats and vamps, see inside of their boots and mittens. And my 2 pieces of cross-stitch fabric that I just dip dyed in some tea and coffee dye. I'm now doing 1.5 meters or 2 meters in the tea and coffee dye the usual way. But this one's just a quick dip dye for my start tonight. Hopefully this little baby will get it all dried out for me. Hello everybody, I'm here in the area I refer to as my butt groove, which is at the other end of the couch where I have been taping. I thought that I would show you I forgot to show you the book that I used to make those cute little sweaters. The cute little sweater that I was working on last night is this pattern here, and it's from the Merry Knitmas by Knit Picks book. I think this came out last year. I don't know if it's got a year on it that I can find easily. I don't want to, it's a really cute book, but I don't want to flip through it for fear of showing off charts. Let's see if I can find out. This is a 2017 book, and the sweaters are really cute. There's actually this pillow that I want to knit, and I'm just going to look over there for 1 second to make sure I'm not giving anything away with the pattern. Here we go. So there's a little mini stocking pattern and a mini sweater pattern, which I have shown you. I think I might have an angel jump up here in a second. You coming up? You want to come up and say hello? So anyway, this is where that pattern comes from. And I wanted to show you kind of how far I got with my cross stitching today. So here is the piece that I'm working on. It's called In the Meadow by Blackbird Designs, and it is out of the Home for the Holidays. Let's see, yes, this Home for the Holidays book. And so there's the pattern. I have changed the colors. Mine are a little bit more vibrant, and this is how far I got tonight. So I've got a tree, not the trunk yet, 1 star, now Algerian eyelet, and a bird. So I think I did fairly well, and this is the color that I came up with. So as you can see, this piece of paper is white. I just dipped this in the tea and coffee dye liquid I literally dipped it in, put it in, and took it out, and then dried it under the fire, which I showed you earlier. It took about 30 seconds to dry. Maybe not that quick, but it was really, really fast. Anyway, it is about 20 after 10 in the evening on Sunday, and I am getting ready for bed, and I really want to get this video uploaded, so I will chat with you tomorrow. Happy Flossmas. Bye.